Good afternoon, Penny Pitcher fans. We're here at Penny Pitcher Farms here, September the 26th, and we're getting ready to make a paddock change here with these ladies and gentlemen. There's the farm manager riding the buggy up. He went and got the 3 little calves and old bobtail cow so we can make a move all at one time. And look down here, we got the chief financial officer with us. She got a clean bill of health this morning as she went to the eye doctor. And she's doing great today. Look how pretty she is. And there's the farm manager coming in. He has been to work all day, and he's come in here and he's moved these fences. And these ladies, they're chomping at the bits. They're ready to go. Girls, you ready to move? Let's go. So, Gabber, let's go on over here, ladies. Let's go into the new paddock. Come on. You know the routine. Come on, girls. You see the farm manager taking the fence down? And they know what they're going to do now. They know it's time to move to a different paddock. And here they come. He went and got the 3 small calves, so it shouldn't be any danger of any. You've heard the old saying, no child left behind. We're not going to leave any calves behind. Hopefully today. Don't think we've had any newborns last night, have we? No newborns, so this is the normal flock as they come into the new paddock. And once again, moving into a field of grass that we've not had cattle in for at least, my goodness, it's probably been 40 days, I guess, hasn't it? That we've had cows on this hillside right here. And of course the pond is over here in front of them right there. And so here we go, farm manager.
We got the phone away from the videographer. We only got to make one correction. You done pretty good, Junior. I don't know what you said before I could hear you. We have grazed this in the last 40 days. We probably grazed it just without looking back. It was at least 10 days ago.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was last. It may have been. It ain't no more than 15 or 20 days, I don't think. Sorry guys, I got my finger right over top of the camera. I'd really have to sit down and look, but it's not. It's definitely not been over a month. Because we've got the farm cut in half. Now, if we was grazing the entire farm, absolutely it would take 40 days to get back. But we've cut the farm in half, if everybody remembers. And we're kind of doing like a speed grazing deal. And everybody knows, I've said it 100 times the last few videos. Smaller paddocks, quicker moves. But I just tell you, I got to take up for Junior. If we walk out into this, they're going down toward the pond. That's where the pond's at. But
if some natural water. Used to city water.
If we walk up this way, Junior, and look at some of the grass that we got going on, you would think that it has been 40 days. Because with as little rain that we've had, we caught her. What was that? Let's see. Saturday morning, right?
Yep.
We're here. Somebody left a comment and asked where we're at in Kentucky. We're in eastern Kentucky. Southeastern. Yeah, we're in between Lexington and Tennessee. If you kind of go a straight line from Lexington to Jellicoe, Tennessee, we're about halfway. But look at this, guys. Like I say, we caught a little bit of rain Saturday. I'd say we didn't get a half an inch, but look what it's doing to this grass. That's matured out, guys. I'm talking That's down to my elbow. It's at least a foot tall. But all out through this paddock, I run a top strand from that tree over just to the crest of the hill there. So all the cows can have is pretty well what you can see. You can see the paddock line right here, and it goes straight to the top of the hill. So they've getting pretty much everything you've got in the screen right there, guys. Probably 2 to 3 acres, maybe 4. But I mean, some really, really, really good picking right here, guys. It's actually surprising how much the grass has matured back. And Junior pulled a blade of grass, and just to kind of show you what a mature blade looks like, let's see there. How long is that, Junior?
It's length of my arm. It's probably
a little over a foot, probably. But here's how you tell the maturity of you. Hold your hand up there, Junior, so I can kind of get a backdrop of it. There you go. You see how that's to a perfect point, guys? That's the very tip of the grass. So hold it up there, Junior. That's how you know your grass is mature, not necessarily by the length of it, but by the point. If your grass is all nubbed off, like this one right here, you can kind of see how this one's nubbed off. That's where a cow's took a bite out of it. It's technically by the grazing book, it's not matured enough to turn your cows in on by the book. But we're Penny Pincher Farm. We kind of took the book and we make our own modifications as it becomes easy to us. But the majority of this paddock, guys, is grew back and mature to a fine point. That way, when you have your plants, when you have your grass back to a mature point like that, you're good to graze. And here we kind of look just at the majority. We ain't go out here with a fine-tooth comb by no means, checking blades of grass. We ain't that hardcore, but it's easy to see, guys. Once you start doing this, you develop an eye for it. You can kind of, once you lay you a paddock out and you just kind of do this for a little while and get an eye for how much forage is there, you can pretty well determine how many days your herd will need to stay on that particular spot. And I'm satisfied they will be fine right in here till about Wednesday. And you say, well, why are you moving them so quick? Well, that's the secret, guys. We're not wanting to take but just one bite out of this plant right here. Sorry, I knocked it out of your hand. Junior had an eye procedure done today, so he can't see to begin with.
I'm still dilated.
But you see this plant right here, guys? Show them the top third of that, Junior. So when you turn your cows into a fresh paddock, about right there where his hand's at is the top third. That's the bite that we're wanting the cows to take and go on to the next. Because if they take that bite and you leave them in that paddock too long, or you don't rotational graze, period, tomorrow they're coming back and they're taking this bite. So now you're down to here, right? If you leave them another period of time, they're down into your roots. They ain't nothing left. And if you're grazing your grass down to that part right there, guys, it's not going to regrow, and it sure ain't going to regrow in the wintertime. But we're not getting growth in the wintertime either. We ain't got no magic fertilizer or nothing like that we're putting on to make grass grow in the winter. We can't. It's impossible, guys. That's just the way God made it. Grass don't grow when it gets below freezing. And so, what are we doing to adapt? We're stockpiling this grass. That's why we're only on this side of the farm and letting the other side of the farm grow up. Yes, that grass it won't die. It won't necessarily die. It may go dormant, I guess you could say. It'll turn brown, and the nutritional value of that grass will go down, obviously. When the grass is brown, there's not as much go-go juice in it as it is when it's green like this. But that dormant grass, I forget what the exact numbers is. That dormant grass is like still yet, it's almost at like 10% protein or something. It may be 8 or 9. But in the best of rows of hay, guys, that's what hay is. Maybe you're not familiar after I don't step in a hole and break my neck. Hay is cut grass, right? And when you cut it off the ground, it is dead, right? You've cut it off from its energy source. So after it's dead and sits in that roll of hay, I mean, some of the best hay in the world you can buy, I mean the absolute best, you might be able to get it to 6 or 7% protein. So guys, grass that's still intact to the earth, to the soil, guys, it's doing you cows more good than a roll of hay. And we've discussed the hay deal several times in our videos. Fertilizer's got so high, and just the fact of the matter is people can't afford to put it on their hay ground. Therefore, their hay is not going to be as nutrient dense as it would be with that fertilizer on it. So, guys, I mean, if you're stockpiling grass, you're getting ahead of the game, not just financially, but for cow health. So if I can stockpile me a little grass that's going to be 8 to 10% protein, as opposed to having to feed hay that's 4 or 5 probably average percent protein around here, that's not got any fertilizer on it, guys, you're doing your cows a favor. They're going to be doing better on stockpile than they are feeding them hay every day. That hay, I mean, if you don't have good quality hay, guys, it's just a filler. It's kind of like the rabbit diet they talk about in school. You hear the people starving to death eating rabbits just because they ain't got no nutrition in them. You're just eating something to fill your gut, and it ain't got nothing to it. It won't help you. And that's the same way with cows and poor hay. I mean, it is what it is, and that ain't throwing nobody under the bus. Hey, it's too expensive for us to even roll hay, period. So I'm with you. I feel you. If you didn't get to fertilize, I feel you. I know the reason. But that's why we started doing this, guys. There is another way. Now, granted, you may have to downsize your cattle herd dramatically and get rid of your prize heifers and all that other good stuff. But it will help your bottom line in December when the wife is going Christmas shopping and you have money from the cow herd to give her. It's a win-win for everybody, cows and you. Keep mama happy and you'll be happy. Tell you what, that right there is a fine-looking animal. Fine-looking animal, fat, doing good. These little calves is doing good, guys. And we ain't really talked about our heifers much in the last little bit, but our 2 blaze face heifers right there, they are really doing good. We are pleased. These are the first replacement heifers that we have kept on our farm in our life. So this is our first chance, and hopefully they're either bred to Carlson or bred to Papaw's little Hereford bull that we had. So they should be having baldy babies. Hopefully this coming spring at least, or maybe in the summertime, just depending on which one they got bred to. But guys, we had a quick little deal here today. Mom and Dad was gone, so I just come and started. And I had to roll up a paddock and pick up the post to have enough equipment to set out the new paddock. But still yet, even doing that by myself, guys, I have been on this farm for 30 minutes, and I've talked to you for 12 minutes of it, looks like. So, guys, it ain't nothing. It ain't rocket science. It ain't manual labor. It ain't digging ditches. I can promise you, if it was that hard, I wouldn't be doing it. But, guys, this is Penny Pincher Farm here on a windy fall day. We're officially in fall, I think, according to the calendar. But don't tell these gals that, and don't tell the grass that, because it's still a churning here at Penny Pincher Farm. We ain't gonna take no credit for it though. We're gonna let it grow and give God all the glory for it.
How much fertilizer we got on this?
I ain't put none on it unless you have.
I'm not putting any on it.
Chill out, June. This is Penny Pincher Farm. Have a good day.